What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Trey, and I thought I'd break down this trade I took from the AM session. If you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and I like doing these little trade recaps, giving y'all my perception on the market, sharing with y'all what I learned, what I did good, what I did bad, and shit like that. So, without further ado, if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell. But yeah, let's get right into it. I ended the day with $557. Yesterday and the day before yesterday, I had took two L's. So it's nice, you feel me, mitigating some of those losses and knowing that I'm not washed, you feel me. So coming in on the day, I was bearish, right? I was bearish. Looking at the daily time frame, as you can see, we're still in a premium from this swing high here to this swing low. We're in a premium. We are inside this little dealing range right here, I want to say. Here we would be in a discount, but I seen how price last night was using this fair value gap here. I wanted to see if they could maybe trade it higher, maybe, and get like a midweek reversal or something like that, or if we would use it as inversion. Coming in on top of the morning, to me it looked like we wanted to use it as inversion. Coming in top of the morning, what I seen was actually in the 30-minute, I seen that at 9 o'clock we created that change in state of delivery here. So this was a 30-minute change in the state of delivery. Real quick. So we had the 30-minute change in the state of delivery here. So this is the manipulation higher, right? This is the manipulation. Then we have the change in the state. And I dropped down to a 15-minute and seeing we had it here as well. And what I did was I went down to the 5-minute and I went based off the current dealing range we were in. So I seen at 9:30 we had this drop lower into this volume imbalance based on a 4-hour. This was a 4-hour volume imbalance, as you can see, the gray shaded area, right? And then that also aligned up with Asia, the Asia session low, right? So at 9:30 we had the drop lower. We manipulated. Oh, please do not come up, bro. Why does I always do that? I need to get a PC, bro, or something. But as you can see, 9:30 open price deliver lower. We created another change in the state of delivery there. What I did was I just took my fib. So I'll redo it for you guys. Hold on. I took my fib, right, and I put it from the open to close of this range here. I always use the bodies. I don't use the wicks. I use the bodies because the bodies tell the story. That's where most of the volume is at. So I seen that price was rejecting this optimal trade entry, right? So what I did was I went down to like a 15-second time frame at first, and I took an entry here. So I took the entry here without even seeing the model. You probably like, why did you take the trade without seeing the model? Because I was bearish. I was bearish. I knew the price. I knew that price could potentially deliver lower after creating these equal lows with Asia. We created equal lows here. ES was showing me signs that it wanted to go lower as well. As you can see here, we created the Asia low here. We didn't take it out at the same time. We did have like a short-term S&T, but we had these equal lows here, so I figured that could be a draw on liquidity here. So yeah, so I went down to the 15-second. I took my entry here. It was kind of like a turtle soup entry, I would guess, since I already kind of knew. I took it based off this 5-minute gap here. I waited for the manipulation. So here you see price tapped into the gap here. We did have a model. The model did form itself around like 9:40, I believe. Let me see if I can go to the 1 minute and show you. So around here, this little leg, so when price tapped into that 5-minute gap here, this move is this run lower here. So when price traded up higher, we ran lower and created the equal lows here with Asia. Here, so let me, if I can show you real quick. As you can see, this was the run lower, right? The lows equaled up with Asia, creating smooth lows. So let's go into that leg real quick on like the see the 30-second looks like. Actually the 15-second. So yeah, so I seen on the 15-second we had the model. The model was straightforward, but I was like, based on the range we're in, I don't want to be buying this, right? My bad. I don't want to be shorting this just yet. I'd rather wait until we can maybe like take this high, you feel me, manipulate, take the high, then form the model. But once I seen, I waited for that to happen, and once I seen price start to reject the optimal trade entry, I instantly took the short because I was bearish. I was waiting for that move to happen. I was already like expecting that to some type of rejection from that area, so I took the short. And then I seen we traded lower, had a change in step delivery, and burst this fair value gap here, right? We had the change in the state here with this candle. We inversed this fair value gap, and we traded back into it, and I added another entry. So then I ended up pyramiding on this trade. Actually, ended up pyramiding, and I actually ended up taking another short here, and my target was the lows here. So I added 3 positions. I want to say about 3 contracts, and I just targeted the equal lows. Price did test my patience today. I'm not gonna lie. Price did test my patience. We were super close to my TP, as you can see. This is my TP here, this swing low, and as you can see, price came all the way back down here, and rebalanced some of this inversion fair value gap, I guess, this range right here, and traded lower again. I was very tempted to maybe like, I'm not gonna say I was tempted to close because I submitted to the idea, but I was just worried about like, dang, okay, hopefully like if I move my stop at like a good area, price doesn't take me out. So I made sure to be extra patient, extra careful, and waited for price to put in swing highs and swing lows to move my stop loss. So you see price created this high, and then we created this low here, right? This low. Once I seen that, and then price traded lower past that low, I put my stop above that there, and then price traded lower once more. I thought we were about to hit my TP, but we didn't, which kind of really like had me like a little, my bad, bro. Which kind of had me like a little, I was a little shaky. I'm not gonna lie, but if it hits my stop loss, I'll just accept it and call it a week, bro. It is what it is. Um, we're in tough conditions right now, and we'll have to just accept it. You feel me? So, price never actually ended up hitting my actual stop loss. This actually became that. I would probably consider this like a maybe. Look at the 2 minute, 30 second. Okay, I would consider this an intermediate term high since we rebalanced this fair value gap here. So price never actually traded back above this high. It shouldn't. Like I said, if this is an intermediate term high and we rebalance a fair value gap, make sure that's the right one here, not this one. My bad. This one here, as you can see, had that small little tiny gap there. I'll print it out, but we definitely did kind of trade into that, rebalancing that range, whatever. So price technically shouldn't break above this, and then this becomes a short-term high. So yeah, price never traded back above that. Once I seen price break below the inversion fair value gap, lower parameter, I put my stop here and just submitted. And sooner or later, price ended up hitting my TP. I did think price can go a little lower. Like I said, we had these equal lows here. But in the future, I will say that maybe taking 2 off here. I use 3 contracts, like I said, so taking 2 off here and maybe letting 1 run to my final TP would have probably been okay. But like I said, I'm grateful and I'm thankful for what I made today, so I'm not really tripping about this move lower. It was a nice run lower. Good to know where I could be better at, especially on like a winning day. But for the most part, that's really it. Solid trading day. We were below the midnight opening price, so to me that showed we were extremely bearish. See, we traded above it here a few times, traded back below, traded back above it here, and we used it as resistance here. So to me, I kind of knew we were bearish. We were extremely bearish. We would be extremely bearish. We got this move lower here, and it's delivered straightforward. So I still think the market maybe want to come lower. We'll have to see what they do inside the range we created now. So we got this range from high to low, and we'll have to just wait and see. But overall, good solid day. I stuck it through, and that's all we can do when we day trading, bro. Just being patient, submitting to the idea and following our rules to the best of our ability and using proper risk management. So um, that's what's most important, just being confident in what you're looking at, knowing the model. And I was able to, pyramid into this, you know what I mean? I was able to pyramid into this just because I knew the context. I was very confident in price delivering lower. This looked like the draw to me. Um, we traded above. We traded through above this far off everybody gap and came back into it. So like I said, I look at that as inversion. We have to change instead of deliver on the 30 minute, on the 15 minute, and the 5 minute. So everything to me today aligned that we would be bearish. So I was able to capitalize on it, and that's all we can do. So um, let me show you guys my performance stats. So I'm down to about 232 for the week. So we'll see what next week has to offer. I mean, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll take trades tomorrow, but we'll just see and go from there. But um, that's really it, man. That'll be the breakdown. If you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe.